Hello and welcome here to the home of Football Stadium for this local derby match between Sheffield FC and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm your commentator here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel, Adam Allcroft, for today. Here as I stand by the side of the stands here as we prepare for what is going to be a big game for Sheffield FC. They got a massive result on Saturday, winning their game, and now they're out of the relegation zone and looking to stay out of there ahead of their final game. For Stocksbridge, it is our final game of the season. This is our final trip, our final time of seeing us play until the friendlies in next July. So let's go through the teams quickly as the music goes off and we prepare for the teams to come out here. So Sheffield's team is as follows. Got Ryan Musselwhite in goal, then it's Sam Greenhouse, Ben Turner, Jack Burks, Jamie Robinson, Damien McGee, Nathan Modest, James Baxendale, Mark Newsham, who's the captain for today, Lee Whelan and Manny Kianga. On the bench for Sheffield FC today is Rory Coleman, Luke Rawson, Scott Ruven, AJ Adelican, and Sam Ackroyd. Obviously Rory Coleman and Scott Ruven being two names we're very familiar with, being former Stocksbridge players. For Stocksbridge Park Steels today, their team is as follows. Michael Roxburgh in net, then it's Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Sam Finlaw, Lee Cooksey, Reese Fielding, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Mangum, who also serves as captain today, Josh Nodder and Benjamin Partridge. So let's look on the bench also today. We've got a full bench for Stockbridge today, which is a nice change. Michael Trench, Nat Crofts, Alex O'Connor, Nick Guest and Andy Ring on the bench for today. We should only be a few minutes away from kick-off here. We will go over to the table today just to tell you about some of the permutations that could happen in the game today, because as the teams are coming out now, we see out of that corner stand that with maybe not as much on the line for Stocksbridge Park Steels. That definitely showed on Saturday with that disappointing 1-0 loss to Pickering, which made the relegation battle even more intense at the bottom of the league. So it could be a tricky task against a Sheffield FC side that will be fighting for everything, will be fighting for survival today, and will put everything on the line to try and make sure they stay in the Northern Premier League East going into next season. Obviously, being two local clubs, lots of familiar faces. Ruven and Coleman, I've already mentioned, on the bench for Sheffield FC today, whereas for Stocksbridge, Lee Cooksey, the former Sheffield FC captain, on the benches. Now, Sheffield FC today cannot secure safety completely because of the being joint on points with Lincoln United, Frickley Athletic, who aren't playing today. Just how it's going to go today. But with a win and a loss for Frickley, they would have the best advantage possible. Frickley today, let's just see who they are playing. They are against Pontefract College, and as we know, they're a very difficult side, not one you want to face when everything's on the line, because they will fight for just the sake of fighting, I think. Stocksbridge, obviously, with this being the end of the season, it's a way for Stocksbridge to end with some pride. We don't know which of these players will be coming with us for next season. It's one for them to try and hold to it, as we see the handshakes happen in the middle of the pitch with two number 9s as captains, which is not the most usual occurrence. Both are leading scorers for their side, Newsham and Mangum. Mangum with 18 goals for the season. This is his last chance to reach that magic 20 number. Been on a bit of a drought since his suspension, his last goal being against Brighouse, which was the game he served just before his three-match suspension due to that red card at Pontefract. And now this will be his last chance if he wants to hit that 20 mark, which he was going to hit, but perhaps we didn't expect his goal drought to go on as long as it ended up doing. Anyway, it looks like Sheffield FC will have the kick-off in this game as we get closer and closer to the start of this crucial match, a local derby. Survival on the line for Sheffield FC, and Stocksbridge ending their season and looking to end it with pride, whereas Sheffield have one more game next Saturday. Not long, Newsham is standing over the ball now as we prepare for kick-off here. Just a few moments away from, well, the biggest match of the season so far for Sheffield FC, definitely. and for Stocksbridge the last match. And we have kicked off here, so it's Sheffield FC in the red and black check shirts as they push forward here, black shorts, black socks, kicking from left to right, and Sheffield and Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, as we see Partridge, who starts today instead of Allcroft, give away a foul on the during the halfway line. So Sheffield FC with an early free kick here on that just inside the Stocksbridge half. So good opportunity for Stocksbridge. They're going to try and hit the ball first time. The referee has pulled that back, and it's actually just because looks like Partridge is just having a little bit of a struggle after that tussle with a Sheffield player. So could well, we're not even a minute into this game, could well end up being a substitution already. We'll just see the referees having a chat with Partridge now. Partridge, who's come in for this game to start instead of Nat Crofts, could mean, well, Crofts obviously been rested for the game after rolling his ankle during that match against Pickering on Saturday. Came close to hitting the bar that game, and Partridge will get treatment, and Sheffield FC will retake the free kick. They're going to put the ball into the box. It's headed up into the air backwards by Tinker, and going to be out for a corner kick to the home side. Early corner for Sheffield FC. So it's an early corner here with James Baxendale, the former Walsall man, who's going to take the corner kick here. Well known in the EFL for many of his performances up at that level. Now as he comes towards the end, puts the corner, it's very far towards the far post. So first header is from a Sheffield player, but Goodwin manages to clear it. And Nodder's going to try and keep it in, but instead he has to knock it out of play. It's a throw into Sheffield on that far hand side at the moment. So throw in here for the oldest club. Here it looks like it's going to be a big long throw from Ben Turner here. Not to be mistaken, Ben Turner that we used to have. Headed away by Finlaw, but all the way back to Sheffield, and a big shot there that's going to go comfortably over the bar. So it's a goal kick to the Steels here. Some people see a microphone and they can't resist, can they? At least he didn't swear. Anyway, goal kick for Stocksbridge Park Steels as Michael Roxburgh will get his first touch of the ball. Here, big boot upfield. It looks like it's just going to go straight out of play. So Partridge tries to keep it in. He's back on the field now. He does, and Turner will hook it upfield. It's just going to go bounce out of play. Mangum did chase it down. It's going to be a throw in to Sheffield here. Early moments of the game, just 2 minutes into it at the moment. And it's going to be sent out here to the right-hand side with Sam Greenhouse. Got a goal on Saturday. Looking to do the same thing again today. Greenhouse going to try and knock it in. It's gone into the box over the heads of the Stockbridge defenders. Fielding's clearance is blocked, and Kayanga tries to get into it and almost there. And there's actually just a bit of afters there. It was Modis who headed it on for Kayanga to try and get an under. Kayanga's foot connected with Roxburgh there. Both players are down, and actually, as I say, that Kayanga has got back up. Roxburgh, I think, maybe a bit winded there. I think he got a bit of a boot in the stomach for good measure for going onto that ball. And the Steels players went well into defending their goalkeeper there, as we see the physio running on there. Yes, would be a worry. Obviously, as we've mentioned a few times when we've seen Roxburgh go down in games, there is no reserve goalkeeper on the bench for Stocksbridge. And one thing I keep forgetting to ask Ian Richards, our manager, is that who is now the reserve goalkeeper? Because it used to be Liam McFadden who would go in goal. Should there be an injury or a sending off of that sort. That's what we saw back at Liversidge at home, all the way back at the start of the season. And Roxburgh is back to his feet now. I think he was basically a bit of a winding there. Had to take one for the team there, but he did get on the end of it. Not the best defender from Stocksbridge, which allowed that opportunity to go ahead. And it does look like the Steels will be making a very early substitution here. Ben Partridge will not be continuing, and Alex O'Connor will be coming on for the Steels. So, substitution after just 4 minutes here. Alex O'Connor comes on for Benjamin Partridge. Partridge getting an early knock and not being able to continue on it. Big boot up here is aimed towards Nodder, who heads it back in play to Goodwin. Chests it down for Turner, who's going to knock it forward to Mangum. Mangum takes a touch back to Goodwin. Goodwin's going to look for Nodder over the top on the left-hand side, and Nodder just can't keep it in. It's a throw-in for the home side here. First time we've seen Stocksbridge really make a push forward in this game so far. 5 minutes gone in this match, and Sheffield with a throw in deep in their own half with Greenhouse to take it. Greenhouse, big long throw forward, it goes over the head of Tinker. It's going to be Kenga controls, but Tinker gets back into it. Kayanga's got a hold of it now. Kenga's going to go down the right hand side, peels for a foul from Sheffield, non-given. Kenga's going to continue to run down the right hand side. He's in the box, plays it square, peels for a handball, non-given by the referee. Stocksbridge do clear, but only back to Whelan, shot blocked. And Sheffield have got it, Stocksbridge have just about got it away, but Sheffield back on the ball here now. Nodder gets in with a tackle, still with Burks here. Goodwin comes in with a second tackle, and now it's with Mangum, and the counter's on. Turner's going to look for Goodwin on the left-hand side, but it's a bit too heavy and back to be a throw-in. And I can see that the Sheffield players still angry, appealing for the handball. Would be the second handball given away for a penalty kick in 3 games for the Steels, non-given. And being this close to live, you can absolutely hear every word, and hopefully you can't, because it's not choice language. Finlaw heads away that throw-in. It's head up in the air by Sheffield, and out for another throw-in. Going to be one for Stockbridge this time, exactly on the halfway line. And Tinker, well, actually, say that Tinker's probably taken about 10 steps forward. So it's going to be Tinker with these throw-in, and a chance for Stockbridge to get forward. It's been Sheffield looking the better side in these first few moments of the game. Thrown down, but Kayanga's going to intercept it, but his touch is a bit heavy there with his chest, and it's going to go for another throwing deeper in. Maybe one to try and get it into the box. Instead, Tinker's going to do it short to Nodder, but Kanga intercepts and clears away. And Newsham misses the touch there, and Cooksey instead is going to clear it back upfield. It's headed backwards there by Burks, and then headed out of play. Actually, it was going to be a Stocksbridge throw-in, but instead the offside flag going up, and that's a free kick to Sheffield FC. So it's going to be Musselwhite coming up to take the free kick here. It's going to be a long crossfield one, and it's going to get right perfectly to Modest here, but Goodwin comes in the tackle. Finlaw gets a second touch. He passes it right back to Whelan, though, who's going to try and send it to Turner on the left-hand side. Turner's going to knock forward for Baxendale. Baxendale's going to look to beat his man, but O'Connor has got the tackle in. It's a throw-in to Sheffield FC. So Sheffield FC definitely looking the better of the two sides in these early moments. As it's a throw in here, it looks like it's going to be Greenhouse. It's going to be Greenhouse who is going to take this throw. It's going to be a big long throw. No short option at all. So could be a tricky one for Stocksbridge to deal with. Long throw in. It's going to be Turner tries to get head onto it. It's Cooksey who heads it away, but only to Baxendale. Sends it back across to Greenhouse, but it's a misplaced pass. Finlaw's going to watch it and cover it to make sure it goes out for a Steels throw-in here. So danger averted on this occasion. As Lemon goes over to take the throw-in here. When the next time we have a break play, we will have a go check on the other scores going on, which could affect Sheffield FC in this game, of course. Long throw goes further up, headed up into the air. There by Stocksbridge. Turner gets a second touch onto it, and Mangum heads it along for Tinker. Tinker's going to press forward. Nodder's calling for it in a central position, but instead Tinker's going to go on his own on the left-hand side. Tinker continues to maraud forward, gets the tackle in though, Sheffield, and they do clear it away. But Newsham's touch is a bit heavy there, and Goodwin's going to get hold of it, and Goodwin's got 2 Sheffield men around him. The tackle's in, and it's a throw-in to the Steels here, just inside the Sheffield FC half. Tinker here has got the ball for a throw. Tinker getting a good run out towards this end of the season, being in decent form. And Tinker takes long forward, looking for Mangum here. It's cleared away by Sheffield. Finlaw's going to head it forward though, and it's Sheffield who do head it back though this time, as that they win this game ahead tennis. But Newsham is tackled as he goes forward, and the ball almost bounces favourably for Modest, but Finlaw intercepts, and Finlaw is actually just going to kick it all the way back to Musselwhite here. So it's back with the Sheffield goalkeeper now, as Stocksbridge haven't really made anything of attacking note as of yet, whereas Sheffield FC have got that controversial no call for a penalty. Turner has knocked it forward here. It's going to be bouncing in the air for a bit until Finlaw gets his foot on it. Finlaw takes a lovely little touch actually to Turner, and Turner's found Mangum here on the left-hand side, and Mangum's got space here on the left-hand side. He's got Turner and Nodder in options in the middle, gets it to Turner in the middle. Turner takes a shot, and it's blocked away by Sheffield FC, and that's Stocksbridge's best chance of the game so far. Oh, Stocksbridge still in play. Stocksbridge still have it. They send the ball in there, and it's cleared away at this point. And there's a foul given there. Do apologise, it wasn't Alex O'Connor's come on, it's Nick Guest who has come on for. Oh no, it's just misreading of the numbers there. So it's Nick Guest who's actually come on, not Alex O'Connor. Still 0-0 here at the home at the Tufnells home of Football Stadium between Sheffield FC and Stocksbridge Park Steels as Musselwhite prepares to take this free kick. There's been no goals in any of the other Northern Premier League games as of yet, so no change in league positions. Musselwhite, big crossfield ball, it's going to go right into the box here. Cooksey heads it away, but into the path of Kianga. Kianga pulls it wide a bit. He's in the box. He's got Tinker in front of him. Tries to take the short one to Baxendale, and Tinker's cleared it off Baxendale's hand and got the free kick out to it, which has caused a bit of disturbance in the Sheffield FC fans. Still annoyed that they didn't get the penalty about 6 minutes ago for an handball. And I think some of the fans there reminded me that's what a handball looks like. So it's going to be a free kick here for Oxborough. We'll say no other score updates as of yet in the rest of the league, which obviously means no change in the league table and no promotions or relegations as of yet. Big clearance up. Mangum's going to get the header on. Guess is going to get the second header on. Gets it to Nodder, who takes the chest. He tries to get it down to his feet. Passes it back to Guess. Guess kicks it, but goes to Goodwin, who tries to find Lemon on the overlap, but it's well intercepted. Lemon's got it now, though. He's going to knock it upfield, and actually Nodder will get on the end of it. It's gone past Turner, but Turner's chased it back. Well, Nodder's got it on the byline here. Nodder's trying to get past Turner. He does get past Turner. Nodder's got he tries to knock it over there, and unfortunately it goes over everyone, and it's going to go out to play on the opposite side, and a throw into Sheffield FC. Nodder there doing very well to beat Ben Turner there on that right hand side, but the final ball was lacking in this case. And Sheffield FC will get the ball back with this throw. He went over absolutely everyone. One of those where you probably should have just hit it hard and low, and maybe you'd have got a lucky ricochet off a defender, if nothing else. Throwing is flicked on by Newsham. Kanga tries to get rid of it, but Cooksey heads it away. Goodwin gets the second header away. It's going to bounce out for a throw in here, right in front of me, here at the home of Football Stadium. Still 0-0 here as Greenhouse throws it further down, and Fielding's knocked it into the car park of the Coach and Horses. So that's one of the volunteers here who's going to have to be busy and go fetch that. And whoever's parked the car in the Coach and Horses, good luck. So Greenhouse here will take a long throw in here. We can see that is the plan. Lots of men forward, likes of Jamie Robinson's up there, and you can see Jack Burks is hovering on the edge of the box as well. Greenhouse throws it up, it's headed away by Stocksbridge, but it says Burks who's picked it up and actually tried to get it to the right hand side, but Guest has managed to deflect it away. It's another throw in to Sheffield FC on the attack here. Greenhouse here with another chance to put the ball into the box. Here as we have some of our young fans as well who've managed to make the short journey here. As Finlaw clears away that throw in, but it's only to Whelan who heads it right back in there, but Cooksey will head it away. It's Baxendale who's got the ball there, and he's going to try and get back in the box, but it's to no one in particular, and Roxburgh will claim that one. So still 0-0 here with 13 minutes gone in this game so far. It's bounced forward here for Stocksbridge here, but it's going to get cleared away by Burks. Modest tried to get on the end, Kanga actually tried to get on the end of that, but Lemon's headed it away, and it's going to, the next second time to put the ball up. Cooksey's going to clear it away. It's bounced off a Sheffield player. Still in play here. Headed on. Kanga's going to get on the end of it. He does. He slips it. Tries to slip in Modest there, but the pass wasn't the best one. And actually, I believe that we've got another Stocksbridge player down here. Looks like it might be Josh Nodder here who is down. And this, a second injury could, well, it'd be a big gut blow. Obviously, having a second player going down with injury in the first 15 minutes of the game. We've already seen Benjamin Partridge go off. We might well have seen another here. Would be terrible news anyway. There is an update in, just by the way, in some of the in the Northern Premier League East. Mask United have taken the lead against Stockton, which would close down the gap to 1 point, with Liversedge currently drawing 0-0 with Brighouse. There is no update in any of the other relegation ties at the moment. Sheffield FC, with all results standing, would remain out of the relegation zone. But of course, every game's not going to end 0-0. I say, you know, Nodder's back to his feet here, but he's going to quite sheepishly just limp off the pitch now. So we'll see if he returns. Hopefully he will in a few minutes' time. Roxburgh will get the ball back here to clear it out. And the game will resume now. So the ball's gone back to Roxburgh here. You can see that Newsham's gone up there to try and make him honest. That's forced Roxburgh to pick the ball up. And Roxburgh will big boot forward here. It's actually skewed rightwards here. Goodwin's going to try and keep it in. It's bounced off his back here from the Sheffield header. Finlaw heads it forward. Mangum tried to take it into his feet, but Sheffield got a touch on it and cleared it away. And that's a big long ball to chase for Sheffield FC. It's bounced into the box here. It could go anywhere. Newsham's trying to get the touch. He takes the shot and it's wide. High and wide, I think, in the end. One of those bouncing balls that Stocksbridge weren't really sure how to deal with. In the end, Newsham managed to get the touch onto it, but I think it just went a bit too far wide and he had to do a bit too much to try and get it on target, and in the end it's gone wide of the post. So it's a goal kick for Stocksbridge Park Steels here. We have some news in one of the relegation battle matches. Frickley Athletic have gone 1-0 down to Pontefract Collieries, meaning Frickley will drop in the bottom two and Bridlington will move into the relegation playoff. Sheffield FC now 1 point above the bottom three. As the ball just bounced out for a throw into Sheffield FC. Greenhouse here will have the throw in here, just right in front of us here with our commentary point, which is a raised bit of concrete where I'm standing on. So Greenhouse here will take the throw in and it's headed away there by Fielding. Fielding's going to try and chase down to try and keep it in play, to stop it being a throw into Sheffield. He does actually manage to do that. And Turner heads over. It's only gone to Whelan, who's put it into the box here. And Roxburgh should have claimed that one, really. Bouncing very slowly towards him, but Kayanga put the pressure on. He punches it away, and Stockbridge do eventually get it away. Bit of a let-off there for the Steels as Cooksey heads that one away. He misses that header. Whelan who claims it, and clear forward, and Newsham will head that on, but this time Roxburgh will claim it comfortably. Bit of a nervy moment there for the travelling support as Roxburgh took his time and actually had to punch it away with Kayanga there waiting for him. So ball bounces here, the clearance, and Mangum's going to get on the right wing, heads it back to Nodder. Nodder tries to keep it in play, but you can only lock it out. Sheffield FC definitely the team with more of the possession here at the moment, though Stocksbridge have had their opportunities up front. Sheffield FC probably still feeling aggrieved they didn't get that penalty in the opening moments when there was a alleged handball in the box. Sheffield FC have got another throw a bit further up, right in front of their own bench. Here as Goodwin heads that one away, and Turner and Whelan went in together there, and actually one of the two, who can't see which one, has actually stayed down after that one. Wouldn't be shocked if he was a bit winded there. They say these derby games can be a bit brutal, people can go in on challenges, but you don't usually expect it from one of your teammates. As all the Sheffield players are now back up on their feet and ready to go again, which is good news, and as Lemon kicked the ball away. But that wasn't actually part of play there, so instead it's going to be a bounce ball, basically back in the central defence position for Sheffield FC, just a chance to boot the ball away, which they do. And it's just going to go out of play for a Stocksbridge throw-in right in front of us here. So, Tinker here, going to take the throw-in here. Mangum heads it on, but no one there to get the head on, and it's headed back away. And now Modis is going to knock it forward, but Fielding intercepts well. Although Sheffield do retain possession here with Whelan now trying to get onto the left wing. Kayanga is chasing it there, but Lemon gets, somewhat of a knock away, and it's going to be an out throw in here for Sheffield FC. Turner's coming here to take the throw in. Ian Richards, make sure it can't be taken quickly, as he was the first one on that ball. So Turner throws to Whelan, back to Turner. Turner's forced backwards here, but he gets the pass forward. Shum takes the touch off here, and Sheffield got ball in a good position here. Sent it right to Sam Greenhouse here. Greenhouse, when he stopped, he's looking for the overlap of Baxendale, but he doesn't go for that. Instead he tries to cut it into the box, but Tinker's stepped in well to intercept, and now Finlaw's going to knock the ball away to Guest, who takes the touch. Guest is trying to force off his striker, and eventually he's pushed over, and that will be a free kick. Thank you for Gumpy Old Man. I can see in the comments there, I'm glad to be back here. Negative test yesterday meant I was being able to hear as Stocksbridge send the ball forward here, but it's headed away by Sheffield FC. It's bouncing a bit. Turner's trying to make sure Sheffield can't get in the end of it. And it's actually, he'll be hauled down, and it will be a free kick in a dangerous possession on this left-hand side. And hello, Jay Barry. I'm at the game. I can see, and I'm one of the kids that just walked past. Oh, right. Don't know how to say that, but I'm always happy to say hello as long as it doesn't distract me too much. But hopefully we're going to see all the way travelling Stocksbridge fans going to a big cheer here, because we've got an opportunity. Here from this free kick, we've seen a few set pieces like this going. Sam Finlaw here going to put the ball. It's very low and it's cleared by the first man. And Kanga's going to be trying to get the first person onto it. Lemon's covered him very well. Lemon's trying to escape Kanga now, and in the end he has to just kick the ball out. I think he was trying to keep it in though. So it's a throw in to Sheffield FC here with 20 minutes gone in this game so far. So it's just interesting sometimes when you, obviously, not great when I go quick, but I like being this close to the ground. I can actually hear a lot of the shouting that Lee Cooksy's doing, the organising he does. And there's Cooksy getting a big header on to get it away, but it's only gone to Burks here, just on his own halfway line. Tries to get it past to Turner, but he's behind Turner, and Turner's forced to chase it back a bit. It's allowed Goodwin to close him, but he has got the pass off Turner, but Lemon gets the second tackle in. It's out for a throw into Sheffield, just inside their own half on the far side here to us, in by the coach and horse stand is what I'll call it. Cooksy's headed that throw-in away, and Sheffield FC, a bit of confusion between Sheffield FC, and Mangum's got onto it now. Mangum's going to try and find Guest, but the pass is way too long there. Hence the jeering of the Sheffield FC fans, and that was probably an opportunity to break that Sheffield FC have just not taken there. Mangum's pass just a bit too heavy there. Well, I say a bit too, a lot too heavy. And Guest would have to be Usain Bolt to try and get on the end of that one. Big throw-in here, and it's headed on by Newsham. Tinker's only forced to head it backwards. Fielding goes up down to Kanga, but Kanga gets it most straight, and then Cooksy gets it away now. Finlaw clears away, and Mang's going to head it on. Nodder's going to try and get the second touch. He does. Nodder takes a shot, and it's gone through the keeper's legs, and it's 1-0 Stocksbridge Park Steels. Well, it was a similar sort of technique to what he showed against Dunstan. Probably not as good as that one. But in the end, he got the control. It was a great strike. Musselwhite maybe could have done better with it. It's gone through him. But what matters is that it is 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels, with the goal scorer being Josh Nodder, moving out due to their 0-0. So clearance from Stocksbridge headed away by Turner. It's going to be Baxendale gets onto it first, but Lemon closes out well. It's out for a throw. It's going to be a Stocksbridge throw-in as well. So even better news for the Steels there, as they look to see if they can get a quick second here after Josh Nodder's opening goal. Lemon here is going to put the long throw right into the box. Goodwin's going to try and head it on. It does, and it's Guest Toss who deflects, and that takes the sting out the shot, and it's claimed by Musselwhite. A well-worked throw in there, but it's the last-ditch defending from Sheffield that's took the sting out of Guest's shot, or else it could well be 2-0, and Sheffield FC really lit up a creek without a paddle. And the linesman's called for offside, but the players were ignoring it for a while there. So it's a free kick for Stocksbridge here. The clearance was immediate call for offside. So it's 1-0 now to Stocksbridge Park Steels here at the home of Football Stadium. About a 25-yard strike from Josh Nodder being the difference between the two sides. And it is lovely to see the scoreboard here be updated. It's always nice to see a scoreboard at one of these away grounds. As Sheffield FC head away that free kick. They get the second end as well, but Turner's first onto it, and he sent one to the right wing that Nodder's going to chase. And Musselwhite's also going over there, and Musselwhite's going to cover it as if he was a defender there, but it has gone out for a goal kick here. So it's going to be Musselwhite to take this goal kick. We will, I say, keep up to date with all the other non-league games going on at the moment, as there is a shock result happening as Brighouse Town are beating Liversedge. 1-0 there at the moment, as Nodder tries to get on the right wing, but Turner's there first. He clears it upfield. Letman's headed it away, but Sheffield Seaman's going to be the first onto it. Yeah, that's Baxendale there, and Baxendale's going to get pushed and pulled around a bit, and that has earned him a free kick from a dangerous 25 to 30 yard position, one that and actually just a bit to the left as well. So you'd say this is a perfect one to be hitting. So, great opportunity for Sheffield FC here to go level. Would pull them right back out of this relegation zone should they score this one. Roxburgh can see organising his wall here, and even Nick Guest is now being called back as well. Oh, they've got plenty of people forward like Kayanga and Jamie Robinson as well, and Sam Greenhouse as well. There's only two outfield Sheffield players that have been left back for this. And here comes the free kick. It's taken, it's low and blocked by the wall here. Sheffield first onto it though. It's Whelan here who's hooked the ball, tried to get it back in the box, doesn't reach it, headed on, and that's the offside flag has gone up there. And Stocksbridge Park Steels will finish that defence well. Obviously, should the result stand at the moment, this would guarantee Stocksbridge Park Steels 10th place no matter what, despite obviously not playing in the last week of the season. So a solid mid-table finish it would be for the Steels, should this result continue. So Roxburgh here will take the clearance upfield. Mangum's going to try and get the header on. He does as well. Header right up into the air. Turner gets the second one there, but he's got a bit too heavy into his Sheffield man, and that's going to be a free kick to the oldest club. So a chance for, well, Musselwhite's going to come up and take this free kick actually, I think. So Sheffield FC are pushing a lot of people forward. You can see how desperate they are to get back into this game and get back into it quickly. Would leave them relying on others and the league's weirdness in terms of relegation promotion this season. Ball has gone further up, but Fielding's headed it away. Mangum's going to be the first one onto it, and he's pushed over for good measure, and that's why the free kick has been given for that. So Stocksbridge now with a chance to push forward after getting that free kick as they tried to get on the counter-attack, but didn't really work out on that occasion. So Roxburgh knocks it up there just so it's going to be Finlaw to take this free kick. It's actually, even though it's exactly on the halfway line, I thought Finlaw was going to take it to put it up there, so it's going to be Reece Fielding instead. Stocksbridge have pushed quite a lot of people forward for this, and Fielding is going to try and get it cross field towards Josh Nodder here, headed away by Sheffield and then knocked forward by Baxendale. Cooksey puts a big boot in and that gets it forward, but that's only to Kayanga who knocked it forward, and now with Newsham who takes a touch, but it's well tackled by Finlaw. The counter is on here. Finlaw tried to slip Nodder in there, but the shot's ball. Finlaw gets on it again first time, and he's going to take the option to Curtis Turner here on the right wing. Turner pass it back to Finlaw. Finlaw looks for Nodder on the overlap. Nodder's going to get it on the byline, tries to play it in. It's cleared away there by McGee, and it's going to be a throw-in to. It's going to be a throw-in to Stocksbridge here in an attacking position. So Lemon has got the throw-in here. All of his short options are backing off, so we're going to see a long one here. We saw it come close to working when Guest shot was deflected into the arms. I think it's a big long one here. There's a push in the box, and it's going to be a free kick to Sheffield FC, the foul being on the Stocksbridge man there. So, thanks Richard for listening, but I can see you're being your usual happy self in the comments. As Musselwhite will take this free kick away, practically a goal kick, and it's Reece Fielding gets the header onto it, so Guest takes a touch. He's going to try and find Mangum here on the left hand side. Can Mangum keep it in? It's bouncing, and it looks like he just does keep it in. Now he's got a man to beat. Mangum is going to try and send the crossfield pass here to Nodder. Nodder takes a shot. It's a big block there, powerful shot. It's going to sting that one. And then Fielding knocks it away. Sheffield fans appeal for a foul as he kind of hauled down Newsham there. Probably should have been a foul. It's not given, but there is a throw-in to Sheffield FC instead. So we are 30 minutes into this game so far. It's thrown up here. It's over the head of Tinker. Kanga tries to get on the end of it. He misses the header, and Fielding will clear it away here. Here it's going to be, well, Sheffield will get the first header on, but it's headed out rightwards, and they get it forward now to Kayanga. Kayanga, who's probably the most dangerous player for Sheffield FC. Passed it back there to Burks, who clipped it forward, but Fielding intercepts, and it's with Finlaw now. Finlaw puts it forward to Mangum. Mangum's touch is heavy, and Sheffield FC do get it forward, and actually there's going to be a free kick for Sheffield FC, I think for a high foot from Goodwin there during that passage of play. So Greenhouse will take the free kick just inside the Stocksbridge half. They're pushing players forward for this. And Greenhouse here will put it in. It's going to be a crossfield and looking for the far end of the penalty box, headed away and then cleared away by Goodwin. But it has gone back to Sheffield here on the edge players. But Mangum closed in quickly, forced it to go Igbo. The pass is still good here onto the left-hand side where McGee is, and McGee keeps it in, but Cooksey heads it away. It's going to be a throw into Sheffield FC. Some good work from Sheffield. The long ball there is been working very well. Long ball is often a dirty word in football now, but if you aim them with actually a bit of direction and precision and actually have an idea what you're doing, like we've seen some of those passes there, can actually work and be a bit dangerous. Greenhouse here will have a long throw, so bit of directness from Sheffield FC as they look to get back into this game. It's 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels here at the home of Football Stadium. Greenhouse, big throw in, and Roxburgh's confident and claims it. So big long ball forward, and Curtis Turner who will chase, and he's forced Sheffield FC to head it out. So Turner gives it back to Tinker for the throw in, takes it short to Finlaw. Finlaw opens body, tries to find something into the box, but it's really back to a Sheffield man who's headed it out. And then Finlaw's headed it right back in there. Then Sheffield FC do eventually clear it out. And it's a chase between Fielding and Newsham, but it's just going to bounce friendly to Roxburgh. Newsham didn't really give up his chase though, so a bit of pressure on the on-loan goalkeeper who spends what could well be his last game here at Stocksbridge Park Steels, Michael Roxburgh. I think he's been fantastic while on loan with us, but obviously when we lost Ed Hall earlier in the season, it was a big gutting thing for us all. He was a big fan favourite, but Roxburgh has filled in very well, and I think he's become a fan favourite in his own right. As Stocksbridge clear one up, and it's going to be a throw into Sheffield FC very close to their own corner flag. And we'll say could be Roxburgh's last game. We'll have to see what happens this summer. Could be a lot of these players' last games, depending on how these contracts go through. It's Guest who's going to head this on after getting the ball back. Mangum misses the first touch, but the second one he does get, knocks it forward. Goodwin's going to try and chase it. Musselwhite's going to try and get to it first, and he does there. Mangum there will probably be cursing the fact he didn't get his first touch on, or else he might have been in there. There. I like my rose-tinted glasses, Richards. I don't know what you're saying. Fielding heads that one away, clears away. He does take Newsham out a bit with it. No free kick given. I think this referee's been a bit kind to Stocksbridge at the moment. They do have the ball again now here with Baxendale. Baxendale avoids one challenge, gets Greenhouse on the overlap here. Greenhouse is trying to get to the byline here. Tinker following. Greenhouse does get a cross in, but it's gone over the bar, and it's going to be a goal kick for the Steels. 33 minutes gone in this one so far. 1-0 to Stocksbridge. Frickley Athletic have gone 2-0 down to Pontefract, plunging them into the bottom two of the Northern Premier League. So Sheffield FC getting a hand from some of the other results. They're going to need something from, well, I think it's Pickering Bridlington, isn't it, today? If I look. As Roxburgh eventually does take this goal kick outwards, it's going to be aimed at Mangum, who heads it on, and Nodder gets the next touch onto it, and he gets to the right hand side where Mangum is again. Mangum's going to take forward. He's got a few options like Guest and turn in the box, sends the cross in, and it's headed away by Sheffield in the centre. And then Finlaw's going to take the shot, and it's wider of 2 goals, never mind the one. Obviously thinking about doing something like much like he did in the game against Hebburn a few months ago, but in the end I think that wasn't going to trouble the goalkeeper at all. So yes, Pickering Bridlington today also in that relegation battle. I think the draw might be the best result for Sheffield, seeing that, because Pickering, with their win against us on Saturday, really got back into it. Anyway, Finlaw has got the ball back here after that clearance, and Guest will do a little 1-2 with Finlaw. Finlaw's here on the left-hand side, causing some problems here. Finlaw will find Guest again on the overlap. Some great link-up play between Guest. I think Guest eventually puts the cross in. It's quite too deep though, really, and Turner's able to head it out. Modest is trying to get away, and he's been robbed of the ball by Nodder, who's passed it back here to, well, he's tried to let him, going a bit heavy to Cooksey here. Cooksey tries to get in the box, head away by Sheffield to Tinker. A little call for a shooting, probably Harry. It's not giving no, but Tinker is going to get the ball back from the overlap from Guest here. Tinker here, so he crosses blocked there by Kanga, and it's out for a corner kick, and it's Stocksbridge's first corner of the game. So Good opportunity for Stocksbridge here. The first corner of the game, obviously not been the greatest from corners. Only one goal this season from corners for the Steels. Came a few weeks ago when Rob Ludlam scored against Dunstan. But it would be a good time for a second one. Stocksbridge did score from a corner when the two sides met here at the home of football last time out. Matthew Ray scoring that one. So it's a low corner in that it's cleared by the first man, and it looks like it could go right out to play again. It's actually bounced awkwardly and stayed in, and Musselwhite does claim it on the second go there. And Musselwhite takes a quick throw in here, and the counter is on for Sheffield FC here actually, because Stocksbridge will be a bit lax in getting back, and Turner's advancing. Turner continues to advance, tries to find the ball into the box. It's Turner who's come back to clear that away, and well, Stocksbridge not really that quick in getting back to their own goal there, and could have had some problems with a better ball here, but it is a throw into Sheffield FC here. An opportunity for them to try and get back into this game. Dunstan are leading 1-0 against Hebburn Town. Here's what is a mid-table north-east clash. Long throw here, can be Greenhouse again to take it. Greenhouse long throw in, headed away by Finlaw, and a foul is on Finlaw as well at the same time, so going to be a free kick for the Steels. No, I think we're having a couple of signal issues. It's what happens when you come into North Derbyshire. The signal's not the best as it is in South Yorkshire. As Roxburgh will take this goal kick now. Big long ball goes up here. Mangham's going to try to head it on. It's actually missed Mangham, but it's going to over the heads, and it's Robinson who has to head it away, but has gone to Stocksbridge on the right wing before Turner's big boot up, but only to Lemon. Lemon just can't control it there, and it's gone out for a Sheffield throw-in. One of those he may be thinking he should have left. Turner's going to get the throw in here. Looking to take it quickly at first, but instead is going to slow it down a bit. Turner now takes the throw in there. Goodwin heads it back forward. Mangham's going to chest it down, get it to the right side with Nodder. Nodder's going to try and find Guest here. Guest heads it back here. Just gone behind Turner there, and Sheffield get the ball back here, and it's Kayanga on the ball now, who's passed it back there to Baxendale, who's trying to get it onto the right-hand side here, where Turner's got it away. Appeals for a handball. Looked like it came off the top of his arm at the very least, and it is now out for a throw-in to Sheffield FC. Actually, the free kick's being given here, actually, on the second look at it, so this is a dangerous position here on the right-hand side, one that you can whip in very well. Baxendale, who was a set-piece specialist in League One when he played at that level, never mind here at the Northern Premier League East. Whips it in here, headed away, and second time headed away as well. And it looks like Turner's going to knock it forward as well here to Nodder, who's flicked it on, and the counter-attack is on here if Guest can get on the end of it. Being covered well there by Burks, and Burks didn't do the best there. He got caught up a bit in his feet, but he does get it away eventually. Now Kayanga's got one to chase here, but Fielding's covering, and Fielding will clear it away. So big long throw from Sheffield goes in. It's bounced over there. It's one that could go in. And eventually there was an overhead kick from Sheffield FC. Running well and robbed him. But actually that's going to be a foul given for that one as well. Which there's some sarcastic cheers from some of the Sheffield FC fans who have not been pleased with the officiating on show today. And Goodwin and Finlaw, stepped up there to make sure a quick free kick didn't get taken. Now even Nodder's there to make sure it isn't taken quickly, and it's taken on Stocksbridge time rather than Sheffield FC time. So Sheffield FC have pushed a lot of players forward for this set piece, just inside the Stocksbridge half, and Roxburgh's going to come out and claim it, and he does, even with Cooksey in his way, and Roxburgh looks like he's hurt himself a bit again there really, but he's getting up this time. Young lad's getting stronger the more he plays in non-league football. So Roxburgh's going to bounce the ball before he takes it out. We'll have a little look at some of the other scores as he has booted it out now. As there is an update in a relegation battle match, which we will get to when there's a break in play here, but instead here Greenhouse has got the ball here, put it forward to Kayanga, who's been forced backwards here by Tinker, who's come out of his own half to force Kayanga. Kayanga's trying to just escape Tinker right now. Tinker does eventually. Tinker's slider challenge was the reason he got away, but it's played forward and Fielding heads it away. Kayanga tries to get on again, but instead it's going to be Whelan on the ball. Tries to put it forward, but Cooksey blocks and clears. It's back with Whelan now, and that pass is blocked by Turner, but it has managed to make its way to Baxendale, and there's a couple of challenges in from Stocksbridge there, but Sheffield managing to keep the balls. Gone to Burks here, calls for a shot, appeals for a handball there, not given. It was on the edge of the area anyway, so would have only been a free kick. Turner's come in there and earned a free kick, could not flip him over. So the goal in that relegation battle, Pickering Town have just taken the lead against Bridlington. It puts Bridlington on the bottom of the table, Pickering second bottom, Sheffield FC remain now out of the relegation zone, even with this 1-0 loss. Always like seeing the young guards who support Stocksbridge Park Steels. Quick one taken to Greenhouse. Stocksbridge not really aware. Greenhouse on the ball, moved into the box, tries to take on Finlaw, gets to the byline, and his cross is blocked by Tinker, and Tinker will clear it away. And it's headed back into the fray though by Sheffield and flicked on by Turner into the box, but it's well covered, and Roxford's not even going to pick that one. It's going to go to his feet instead. 42 minutes gone in this game, 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels here at the home of Football Stadium. Roxburgh's got the ball here now. Cleared up here and headed up into the air by Sheffield FC here, but Finlaw's going to get the header forward. Guest has controlled it. Guest has just knocked it backwards a tiny bit, escapes Kayanga's challenge there. In the end, he passed it back to Jordan Lemon at right back. Lemon's going to try and knock it forward here for Nodder to chase, but Turner, not the greatest touch for Turner, and Nodder's actually nipped in and got it. So Nodder's made the most from a poor passing, but Nodder's touch isn't great, and he's gone out for a throw-in to Sheffield FC here, just on the edge of their own area. It's actually, Grumpy Old Man, it's actually the Stocksbridge fans who have travelled here who keep shouting into my microphone as they come back past. It's not the Sheffield FC fans. They're being very well behaved as Finlaw puts forward. Nodder flicks it on, but it's gone over the head of Guest, and Sheffield FC are able to head away with it. It's only gone to Tinker here. Tinker's going to try and get it onto this right wing here, but Turner's headed it away, and Modest is going to try and get on the end of it, but Finlaw's there first, and he heads it onto his feet, and his pass gets past Turner. Nodder's looking to cut inside, but it's a good tackle by Sheffield FC, but it's only gone to Turner. Now it's back with Nodder. Nodder's trying to get past his man, but it's just bounced away, and Turner's going to clear this one up there, and Newsham's going to try and head it on, but Finlaw gets the first header on, and actually we've got a Stocksbridge player down, and it may be a head injury, so it could be something quite serious, as Sam Ewens has rushed onto the pitch here to start doing treatment. So we just have a British Stocksbridge play. That's the worrying thing. I think this was a head clash here from the two players. Here's from, I think, Nath. Just looking at it, I think it's Nathan Modest of Sheffield FC. I can't really see which of the Stocksbridge players it is. Don't know that Sam's blocking my view. It's Ross Goodwin who is actually the one who's suffering with that. We'll see what happens to the player. If it did look quite bad as a head clash. Modest has not got to his feet yet. The former Sheffield Wednesday striker there, Nathan Modest. So some worrying scenes as Goodwin is going to have some water and probably step off the pitch for a bit. Wouldn't be shocked if both teams, with it being so close to half time, it is the 45th minute, whether both players will just be not play for the rest of the half and get treatment during half time to see if they are able to continue. Stocksbridge will not want another injury for substitution here. It's going to be 2 minutes of added time in this game so far, as we obviously maybe a bit more if we're not going to count the stoppage we're having here for this injury here. So just having a Stockton have equalised against Mars there, so Mars not taking their opportunity to go level on points with Liversidge. Make it really interesting on the last game of the season. No relegations will be decided today as a result stand either. Looks like Goodwin and Modest will both return to the pitch after those head clashes there. And Finlow takes a short pass here as the game resumes to Lemon. Lemon's going to put the ball into the box here. Mangum tries to chest it down. Guess he takes shot. Shot is blocked. Guess Smith kicks the second opportunity and Sheffield clear it away. And fielding will, let's be honest, yes, it was definitely a handball that, but he gets it away. No free kick is given for that one. Referee isn't really spotting handballs very well in this game, in my opinion. Ball is thrown forward. It's Kayanga here who gets the ball, but he's offside. The touch from Newsham meant that Kayanga was in offside position, when I think the aim was to try and get the ball to him without it being offside. Obviously, if you need your football primer, no offside on throw-ins, which I don't think enough teams take advantage of, to be honest. So Roxburgh will take this free kick as we close in on half-time. 1-0 to Stocksbridge here. Roxburgh's big clearance up, aims toward Mangum here on the left wing. Get the first header from Sheffield City is going to go into the corner here, where Mangum is going to get the ball back here. Mangum's cross is blocked. It's a throw into the Steels here in an attacking area. So, a few quick options there, but instead Tinker's going to take the throw in instead. Tinker tries to throw it into the box here, but it's first touch from Sheffield City. Goodwin tries to keep it in, but it's actually good. He can't do that, and it's going to actually now be a goal kick to Sheffield FC. And that could be it for this first half of this game. So Musselwhite here will clear it up, and that is half-time. It is Sheffield FC 0, Stocksbridge Park Steels 1. The goal coming from Josh Nodder, who decided to have a sighter, much like he did against Dunstan. Musselwhite, maybe you'll think he could have done better with that shot, as it did seem to go through him, but in the end what matters is it hit the back of the net. It's the only goal of the game so far. We will join you again in 15 minutes for the second half. Game will kick off. So we have Cotton here going to actually just clip it into the box here. The header into the 6-yard box, headed away by Cooksey. The ball comes in. It's an in-swinger towards that far post, and almost, and it clipped over the top of the bar. Now Nodder's going to try and find Partridge on the right. Partridge might go clear here. Partridge is going to take a big miss from Nathaniel Crofts there. Hello, so we are back here for the second half here at the home of Football Stadium. If you are just joining us for this second half, it is 1-0 Stocksbridge Park Steels after a goal from Josh Nodder. I will have a little run through the team sheet with you in a second once we've promoted this on Twitter, because it can be a bit of a one-man operation at times, all this stuff. So it's back with Musselwhite here, who's just going to clear it out. So sorry about this, we just. So, yep, we are back here at the home football stadium. It's 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels as Musselwhite clears one out here, and Sheffield will get on it. So we'll just have a quick run through the teams, then we have a break of play. Lemon sent one forward that Nodder's going to try and chase, but Musselwhite's going to cover it quite comfortably here. So, thrown here out to the new substitute has just come on. Rory Coleman, the former Stocksbridge Park Steel man, has just come on, and Lemon's just give him a good shove on Musselwhite's going to get G'd on here by the young Stocksbridge fans, and does have a little slip as he clears it out, but it slips up right. It's headed on there by Newsham, but Fielding's going to knock it forward here. Yeah, Mangum is paying chases. He looks still to go his magic 20s on 18 goals this season. So, okay, so we've Musselwhite having the ball back here. Here's the Sheffield team here today. It's Ryan Musselwhite. I'm trying to think who's come off here, actually. I missed the substitution. It's going really well here as I rush back to my position. Fielding has headed that ball out here, but only back to Baxendale here, who knocks it forward here, and it's going to be Tinker who clears this out. It's going to be McGee who tries to head on it, but can only head it backwards to Robinson, whose clearance is more going to the right than it is forward, but Sheffield will look to be the first people on it. Greenhouse here. Looks like it's Ben Turner who's gone off for Rory Coleman, just to let you know, as Turner gets on the ball here, but he's well stopped there by Sheffield FC's defence. And FC will carry this away now, but the ball's gone out to play on the halfway line here for a Stocksbridge Park Steels. So we will, of course, keep you up to date with all the other scorelines happening across the Northern Premier League that could affect relegation and promotion. Obviously not for us at Stocksbridge here, but for Sheffield FC, definitely. Jordan Lemon's still on through throw with the first headers from Sheffield, but Nodder's fought back to get it back. He's put the cross on, which is just a bit too long for Guest, but he's trying to get on the end of it, but Musselwhite has grabbed hold of it. So Musselwhite has cleared this one upfield here. Yeah, it's Tinker who gets somewhat of a header onto it, not the greatest one, but it's gone forward. Actually, Turner's is still on the pitch here. He's on there on the right-hand side now. So Turner's being pushed further forward up with his substitution with Rory Coleman coming on. Sheffield do have a throw in here inside the Steel's half, though. This Guest gets it forward here, and Mangum tries to get the ball away from Sheffield FC, but unfortunately, well, he's not fortunate, he gets fouled, so can't get on the counter attack there. So we're just going to make move positions. Right, sorry about that, we just had to move position just a bit awkward where we were, because there will be some slight changes since the first half. So for a throw in here for Stocksbridge in their own half. And I'm trying to also sort out some of the signal issues that we appear to be having in this start of the second half, which we weren't having as badly in the first. Ball's in the box here for Sheffield FC, but Roxburgh has claimed that one after being headed back there by Lemon. So apologies for some of those issues there to begin the game with. So just before, as we went in, Pickering Town did equalise against Bridlington. This means Sheffield FC are back in the relegation playoff. So it's a throw in here for Stocksbridge just inside there. I don't know if you may have heard the bash on the thing there. So we'll just go back to... Yeah, Lemon's thrown it forward here. Nodder tries to get a touch on him, he doesn't. Guest does. Passes it back to Finlaw. He's going to look for Tinker on the overlap here. Tinker gets it right into his feet. He's forced it further out left. Pass it back to Nodder here. Nodder tries to put the ball in, but it's too close to Musselwhite. He's going to claim that one quite simply. Yeah, so Musselwhite now with the ball here. Clears it outfield. Cooksy's going to clear it, knock it away at first. Goodwin's going to try to get onto it the second time. He does get the header forward, but Turner's going to get the header this time, and Whelan heads it forward. Fielding's coming though, and now a lot of the head tennis here, and eventually he's headed out of play by Stocksbridge, so it's going to be a Sheffield FC throw-in. Graham, the chairman, Graham's going past, and he just wants me to do the web forecast as I did during Liversidge all the time, because that seemed to be what happened during the Liversidge game. It's headed on here by Sheffield FC, but Fielding is clearing that away. And it's Sheffield getting onto the ball first. It was Baxendale, but well robbed by Turner, who's marshalled him really, really well there. Yeah, and now Stocksbridge on the counter attack here. Mangum on the left hand side is by the box here. Tries to step backwards, passes it back here to Finlaw. Finlaw here will clip it into the box. He's looking for Goodwin on the overlap, but Musselwhite's claimed that one really well. So the ball is back here with Musselwhite now, who's going to clear it upfield here. Yeah, Cooksy's going to head it back here now, but only to McGee. McGee's going to try the crossfield pass, looking onto the right-hand side here. Going to cut inside here, Sheffield FC. Oh, tries to get to Newsham, but Fielding intercepts well, and he's going to clear that one away. So it's with Turner here. Turner's going to put it forward. He's looking for Modest. Modest and Cooksey go down together, and is that a penalty kick he's given? He wasn't even in the box. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see where the free kick is, if it is a free kick or a penalty. That was not in the box. I can insist on that one. And there's a bit of confusion here. The appealing to the linesman here, the Stockbridge players. Just waiting to see what the decision has been made over its free kick. See, Goodwin's gone to argue with the linesman here. Whether it is going to be, looks like it will. So we're just waiting here to see, because there's a lot of arguments and discussions happening with the referee right now. I mean, it was no doubt a foul. Cooksey did wrestle Nathan Modest down there, but it does look like it will be. It does look like it is going to be a. Oh, it looks no. The referee we're still waiting to decide. You see what it's going to be. I know Cooksey's probably going to end up in the book here at the very least. It is a penalty kick. It's a penalty kick. To be blunt, it wasn't in the box there. While it was correct that it was a foul, it was on the edge of the area. I don't think it was in there. It landed in the box, but definitely wasn't in. But this is Mark Newsham with the spot kick here. He's very effective from the spot with a chance to equalise. Roxburgh did save his last penalty against Liversidge, but that was converted on the rebound. So Roxburgh will want to make sure it doesn't end up in the net at all this time. Newsham steps up, takes a shot, and it's in the bottom corner. It's 1-1 here. Well, the penalty will be controversial. It was, in my opinion, it was not in the box, but it doesn't matter. It's gone in, and it's going to be 1-1 here, and Sheffield FC are back in this. So 1-1 here now. Stocksbridge will have to fight back, and it's going to be a substitution, and it's a player Stocksbridge will know very, very well. Scott Ruven is coming on for Sheffield FC. Left us just before Christmas for Sheffield. Last game was against Stockton. His first debut game was that abandoned match between Sheffield and Stocksbridge on the 27th. And it appears that Nathan Modest, the man who earned that penalty kick, is the one who's going to be making way for Ruven. So Stocksbridge will have to come back, and they will feel aggrieved, but they will have to come back anyway from this. So anyway, back here, it's back with Lemon. Lemon here is going to take the touch, try a cross-field pass aim towards Mangum. It's missed Mangum, gone to Turner, who's going to boot it away. Very high up in the air at the moment, drops down and headed on by Sheffield. And Lemon's going to clear that one up. He's gone even higher in the air there. And Mangum's going to try and knock it forward. He does, and Nodder's knocked forward, but appeals for a free kick for Nodder, taking a touch on the Sheffield defender. And the free kick is now here for the home side. So it's going to be Musselwhite to take this free kick here. 1-1 now here between Sheffield FC and Stocksbridge Park Steels. And it's flicked on there by Sheffield FC on the box. They get the second touch as well, but Goodwin's raced in quickly and cleared it away. Sheffield FC now with the momentum after that equaliser. So as they look to press, we will have a look at the league table when there is a break in play and how that has changed things. So we'll have a look in a second to see how it's going. Thrown into the box, headed away by Goodwin. And it's, well, bounced a bit there before Finlaw clears it into his own face. And eventually Stocksbridge do get it away. And it's Turner on the ball here. Turner's gone down. That's Ben Turner's gone down to Curtis Turner get it forward. And the ball's been sent forward to Mangum. Mangum's in the box on the left-hand side. He turns. He's looking for the shot. He said he passed it to Guest, but it's well cleared there by Rory Coleman, who stepped in well. It's a throw into Stocksbridge. So with Sheffield now drawing with us and no other result changes, Sheffield would remain outside of the relegation free going into the last game of the season as results stand, which is the key phrase come this part of the season. So Tinker here will have the throw in here. He's getting messages from Ian Richards, who's following him right down, actually, even going further deeper. Ian Richards looks like he's going an adventure walking down the sidelines here. Well, so Tinker is now going to, well, been some time waiting for this throw-in to happen. Now the referee said, yep, you can take it. Obviously, brief stoppage I did not spot. Tinker throws it downfield. Turner's heads it more inwards, actually. Nodder takes a touch. He's got back to goal, though. And he's well marshalled and well robbed by the Sheffield fans, who are going to break on the counter here. Sheffield full of confidence after getting that goal. And they've got it on the right-hand side here with Greenhouse. Greenhouse here is going to get the cross blocked by Field, and it's a throw-in to Oldest Club here, and it's a quick long throw taken. Roxburgh punches it out. He seems to be more aware than anyone else that was happening. Back with Greenhouse now. He's going to find Turner on the overlap. Turner's put the cross in. It's Horizon's highest. The foul was given it as well, so it's a free kick to Stocksbridge, but Goodwin did head it away anyway, and actually Roxburgh's down clutching his head at the moment. So, and Sheffield, one of Sheffield FC players is complaining to the linesman closest to us about, it's number 6, Damien McGee, who's complaining about that. Complaining that the goalkeeper is injured. So we're just going to have a brief stoppage just for some of the technical issues. Right, so hopefully this may work for the rest of the game. We just say it's just everything's been a bit daft at the moment. It's maybe the old pub next to us. Turner's got it in the box here, but his first cross is blocked, and Sheffield do head away at the second attempt, but only back to Mangum here on the left-hand side. Mangum's just looking to try and get the ball in. His first pass is blocked here, and Sheffield look like they're going to get it away now. Almost do. It's very poor. Now Tinker's got on it first. Tinker's going to try and put the low cross in. Guest was waiting, but again, Sheffield first got the block on. Now Mangum's got it. Mangum's going to try and run into the box, but he's trying to avoid the challenge from Ruffin there, and he eventually loses the ball. It is cleared away by Sheffield FC now. Back with Lemon now. Lemon here will take a touch. Pass it forward towards Goodwin. Goodwin will try and pass it back to Lemon, but it's giving it right to Kayanga there. And now Kayanga is going to maraud forward. He's losing his pace. He's past Finlaw. Finlaw trips him up. And I think that may well be a booking. It would be a deserved one as well. Beat Finlaw very easily for pace, and then Finlaw decided, I'm just going to stick my foot out and have you over. And he well done, and then that is going to be the yellow card for that. Surely. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. The referee's taking his time doing it. There is the yellow card for that one. So the yellow card and an opportunity for Sheffield FC would be a big turnaround from us. Baxendale's got the free kick here to curl in. He does really try and curl it in. It's a good one. It's hooked away by Stocksbridge. Greenhouse is going to be the first onto it on the right-hand side, close to the corner flag. He's pushed out to play, but it is going to be a Sheffield FC throw-in. Takes the long throw in, headed away by Fielding. First man on it is Baxendale. Baxendale takes a touch, puts a big loopy crossing, and Cooksey heads it away. Going to be a throw in here on the left hand side this time for Sheffield FC, as they have been the better of the two teams since the goal. Throws it to Kayanga here on the left hand side. Trying to escape like many men who's around. He gets it past to Rory Coleman, who's in the box, and he's going to just take the heavy touch, and it's a nice play for a goal kick to the Steels. So hopefully going to be Roxburgh here, who's going to, as Stockbridge do need to settle down here and get back into this game. They've shown they have a bit of pressure recently, but I would say Sheffield FC have been better since the equaliser. Mangum heads that one right at the end. Turner's going to try and get onto the end of it. It's been stopped though by Baxendale, but I guess did get the header onto it. It's just bouncing a bit before Kayanga's got onto it for Sheffield FC. Being forced backwards by Goodwin, who's been nibbling at Kayanga all day, and eventually Sheffield FC do clear it upfield. Headed away by Cooksey. Turner's going to be the one on side. It's a feet. He's going to carry it here. He's going diagonally left. Covered here by Baxendale. He's going to send it onto Mangum on the left wing. Needs someone in the middle though. No one is in the middle at the moment. Goodwin's now gone in. He's put the hot teasing ball there to Nodder, who's volleyed it right into the forest. He's hit some very sweetly this year. That's not one he's hit very sweetly, and it's gone lost in the woods now. I do wonder if he maybe could have taken a touch there rather than gone for the glory. Anyway, Musselwhite is going to take this one. Takes it. It's headed back away by Turner, but Sheffield knock it by almost out play. Turner keeps it in and clears it away. Lemmer's going to try and get on the end of it. He bounced off Kayanga, and Finlaw's going to hold on to it for a second as he carries it forward. Pass it is not the greatest, and Turner does get Turner stops his ball, and Finlaw gets onto it there, but then he is stopped in his tracks and cleared away, and then Cooksey gets the latest touch, and so it's just bounced around in midfield for a bit here as Goodwin and Kanga go up for it. Nothing given, and actually Newsham's got the great ball here on the left-hand side before there's actually a stoppage here for Kayanga's injury. I think while originally playing advantage the referee, I think Kayanga's injury was, well, I think in the referee's mind, the Kayanga's injury obviously still down, was serious enough that he needs a bit of treatment. It's actually the Stocksbridge video who's come on to help out there. So, a bit of confusion there. Ryan Creswell obviously not happy over in the Sheffield dugout. A lot of pressure on him. We'll have a check on some of the other results as we look at this. See what else is going on. Liversedge have equalised. They're 1-1 now. So, as results stand, Liversedge would become champions of the Northern Premier League East and be promoted. Elsewhere, we're looking. The only change really that's happened in the relegation zone is that Frickley Athletic are now 3-0 down to Pontefract, which would probably secure their place in the bottom two going into the last day. So just a bit. The Stocksbridge physios are the ones who have come over to treat Manny Kayanga, who has been one of the dangerous players for Sheffield FC in this one. So, just, well, you never like seeing a player go down, especially one who has been a very positive impression on this game. He's a very fun player to watch. We'll see if he stays with Sheffield going into next season, whether they are in the Northern Premier League East or in the Northern Counties. Obviously, things not decided as of yet. And it looks like it won't be decided till next week, looking at things going there. So, The free kick has been given at Stocksbridge. I presume that Newsham was given an offside, and that's why the game was stopped. I didn't see the flag go up, but with it being a free kick Stocksbridge's way. Kanga is up on his feet going to the touchline and will return to the game shortly. So Lemon here will take a big boot forward. It's aimed towards his right wing where Nodder is, and it's headed away by Roven, and it's going out for a throw in here to the Steels. So I'm throwing here. Jordan Lemons looks like he's going to take a long one as well. Get that ball into the box, see what can be done against what will probably be a nervy Sheffield defence now, as they don't want to be the ones to mess it up. Lemon, big long throw. It's aimed towards Goodwin. Headed away by Sheffield. Turner gets the first touch on. He's into the box, the right side. Looks to get it cross, and Roven gets the block on it. It's going to be a corner kick to the Steels. Thought it might be a goal kick. Thought that last touch may have come from off Curtis Turner, but it hasn't. And well, according to the referee, it hasn't. And it's going to be a corner kick here. The second corner of the game for Stocksbridge, one where they will want to make the most and retake the lead. 1-1 here at the home of Football Stadium. So Nodder here will take this corner on the right hand side. It's in low, and Mangum gets the header on the near post, but I think it was just too low, isn't it? And he's actually headed it out of the field here. And I don't know if they're Sheffield FC kids or Stocksbridge kids who've gone out by the fence there to go fetch the ball. See the Stocksbridge, you'd say some of these young lads are quick. They were quick on that. Might be worth having on the pitch at times. But Musselwhite's cleared that goal kick up now. Finlow gets first header on. Guess is going to try and be the one who gets onto it. Hit up into the air by both players. Got touch onto it, but Sheffield FC do clear. Going to be chased by Kayanga and Newsham. It's bounced, and Lemon manages to get it away. It's going to be a corner kick. Lemon very happy he was the first man onto that, with Kayanga and Newsham bearing down. These long balls over the top from Sheffield FC are looking dangerous when they get them off. Corner kick to the oldest club here. So an opportunity for Sheffield FC here. Puts the corner in, it's headed away by Mangum, and then the second header away by Fielding. It's going to be Roven who gets a touch on it, gets it away from Guest. Roven then passes it back to Ben Turner, who's going to try and find Greenhouse on the overlap, but Tinker heads away. Then headed down by Turner to Guest, who's going to look for Nodder to try and chase it down. And it is eventually cleared away by Sheffield FC man, as the ball comes dangerously bouncing and almost hits the man from the Children's Hospital. That would have been a bad one. That would have been very bad on the charity. That would have been a very bad headline you don't want to see. Lemon's thrown it towards Mangum here. Mangum chests it down for Turner. I don't think Turner was totally aware that was going to be the thing, but he does get onto it. Pass it to Lemony on the right-hand side. Lemon tries to put the cross in, but it's blocked by Kanga. It's hit the roof of the pub and back, and almost hit the Children's Hospital man again. I think they're trying to have him. So Jordan Lemon here will take it. It's looking like another long throw here. They've not been too effective so far, but takes a long throw in and headed away by Sheffield FC. Not effective again, and Kanga's going to be the first one on there. He's covering it, pass it back, and actually Goodwin gets onto it. Nodder here is going to try and get it into the 6-yard box, but it's blocked, and Kanga does clear away. So Sheffield FC trying to be a bit too clever there. As I think there's some fear of the ball here, because there's just one of the women here in the stands who's just ducked behind the stand to avoid being hit. But instead it's just going to be a throw in here at the halfway line for Stocksbridge Park Steels. Big long throw here to the edge of the box as Kanga heads it backwards here. And it's actually Nodder who gets the touch, and it's well saved there by Musselwhite. And he gets the punch away to stop it going in again. Great work from Musselwhite. Nodder probably could have put it either side, maybe could have done better, but you've got Musselwhite makes a very impressive punch away, and he's smart enough to do it for the second time to make sure he doesn't just bounce in after it. Corner kick Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge's best chance since the goal that Nodder scored in the first half. Corner kick here. Nodder's going to take another corner here. It's another low one that's headed out of the net man. They're not the best corners, these ones that are very low. Kanga's going to be the first one onto it. Finlaw stops him to stop the counter, but King is trying to make sure it don't go out. Kicks off both players, and it's going to be a throw in Stocksbridge. Finlaw takes it quickly to Nodder. Nodder's cutting in. There's a tackle from Sheffield FC that stops him in his tracks, and it's going to be building out here. And it's going to be Baxendale who are going on a great run here. Baxendale Tries to pass it left to Kayanga here, probably could have gone further forward here. Kayanga's going to cut inside. He's got Lemon watching him all the way, takes the short pass here to Coleman. Coleman's going to find a Sheffield man on the overlap here. Passes the short pass to Coleman. It's great play from Sheffield FC, and the cross is cleared away by Stocksbridge, and Lemon's going to take this touch now before booting it away for Mangum to chase. And it's going to go out of play here for Sheffield throwing deep in their own half. That's fantastic play from Sheffield FC there. Baxendale's big long run is what caused the space, and then lovely passing between him, Coleman and Kayanga, which created the opportunity, but Stocksbridge were able to clear it away. So Coleman here has got the throw-in, the former Stocksbridge man, a fan favourite from his time at the Eco Power. Thrown out, headed on by Ruven. It's gone to Kayanga, who's trying to escape his markers, but he can't. And now Finlaw has it. Finlaw's trying to escape his markers, and he doesn't. And it's now back with Coleman, who's going to send a long one over the top. And Fielding heads it away, and it's headed on by Turner here. And it's going to be one here that's going to. Mangum's going to chase. Musselwhite's going to be the one to claim it. He heads it out for an attacking throw in a bit. Musselwhite seems like that breed of goalkeeper who's a tiny bit mad, as some of the best goalkeepers often are. Not the thing you'd totally expect from the goalkeeper there. So, as he heads it away more backwards than it was forwards, could have been dangerous there for Sheffield FC. It's going to be a long throw here from Jordan Lemon though. We'll see if we can do anything. Jordan Lemon, long throw forward, and it's headed out for a corner kick from Sheffield FC. So Stocksbridge here will have another opportunity at a corner. It's not been the best from set pieces this season. Stocksbridge only one goal from a corner. They actually scored more goals from a corner last season in that shortened season than they have done this season, though one of those corners did come against Sheffield. We'll see if this one goes in here. Nodder here. It's more floated high up. Fielding tries to get the head, and Musselwhite gets a punch onto it. It's going to be a goal kick. The last touch coming off Fielding, and Fielding there. I don't think it was a punch on Musselwhite, then Fielding, and then out of play. Bit of a let-off there for Sheffield FC. Fielding almost getting a bit of luck there. And Musselwhite slips as he clears it, to the joy of the travelling Stocksbridge fans. And Fielding's going to get a proper connection of a header this time, but headed back up to there by Sheffield. Finlaw tries to take it down, bounces off Goodwin's knees, who's passing back to Fielding. It's gone past Fielding, that pass, and Fielding's going to have to clear that away before Greenhouse can get on the end of it. That's just making your own mistakes there and creating the opportunities for Sheffield FC. Probably about 75 minutes into this game, 1-1 between the two. Both sides are chasing a winner. Headed on that long throw in, but Stocksbridge have got it, and Finlaw's going to clear it out. Mangum's going to go to battle with Turner here to get the ball. He wins it out, but it's well in from Lee Whelan there, who has now cleared it away. To Fielding, who's headed out now. Turner's got the ball here. Turner's going to carry it a bit before passing it to the right wing where Lemon is. Lemon's going to take the touch, cut inside to get away from Kayanga. And he's going to take a real daisy cutter a pass, which Tinker's going to run onto. And he does it here, and he gets past his man, Tinker, here. Tinker's going to continue with the ball here. He's got 3 men around him. He does need a bit of support, Tinker. He's going to try and beat them all. He got away from 2 of them, only Turner left. And he gets the touch off Turner and a corner kick out to it. It's a great play from Tinker on that little run there. And he's earned the corner kick for Stocksbridge, and it'll be Finlaw heading over to take this one. So, great work from Tinker. He had a lot of men round him. He had no right really to go any further than he actually did, but he managed to work hard, get past, and in the end he earned the corner off Ben Turner as the full-back put a lot of hard work in there to do it. It's actually Curtis Turner who's going to take this corner kick. Maybe a different routine incoming for the Steels. Usually Finlaw takes these ones on the left-hand side. Turner instead does this time. It's going in. It's punched away by Musselwhite and cleared away by Baxendale. So it's going to go back to Lemon, who's going to take first time, clear it back upfield. Going to be Goodwin here who heads it on, but it's a header really. It's going to just bounce out of play for a goal kick. The Sheffield FC players probably should be glad about that, because they were more busy peeling for the offside than they were actually doing the defending. It may be an offside, I didn't see, but you've got to play to the whistle in these sort of games, especially with how tight and nervy this one is getting. Musselwhite's cleared away. He slipped up a bit there. I think the kids are getting to Musselwhite there. Anyway, Sheffield FC have hooked that one forward, but Fielding heads it away. Mangum's going to try and get onto the end of it. Instead, it's McGee heads it back, but only to the Finlaw. And again, out with Nodder on the right wing. The touch is a bit heavy, but Nodder's going to get it to his feet now. Nona's going to try and find Mangum on the cross here, and Mangum gets the volley, and it's gone past Musselwhite, and somehow Musselwhite's claimed that. I thought that was definitely going in. Mangum's connection wasn't the cleanest in the world, maybe a cleaner one it would have been in, but Musselwhite eventually does somehow, from behind him, save it. And Sheffield on the attack here. Turner bursting forward here. Turner gets to Greenhouse, takes a touch here. Greenhouse is forced backwards here by Tinker. Tinker comes very far forward up to defend, actually, I noticed. And that's before he goes back to Baxendale's going to put the ball onto the edge of the box, heading across the 6-yard box there. No one running onto it, though, and Stocksbridge get a bit of a let-off on that occasion. So, just an update in the relegation battle. Bridlington Town have just taken the lead against Pickering Town. This means Sheffield FC will be in the bottom 3 and in the relegation playoff. So Sheffield FC have just cleared that one away. It's bounced over Kanga's head, but onto Roven, who's controlled it well. Then he's going to try and find the overlap, but no one's there for the overlap, and it's just going to trail out for a goal kick. So the Sheffield FC players feeling confident about going on to get the winning goal in this one, as Stocksbridge prepare their substitution. Do apologise for that language. Anyway, Sam Finlaw is the one who's coming off, and the substitution coming on, it will be Alex O'Connor. So that's Finlaw coming off, and Alex O'Connor being his replacement. So just take a bit of time while that's happening. So Roxburgh's just waiting to take his goal kick here as Finlaw heads off the pitch and is replaced by Alex O'Connor. So not long to go left in this game now, as Roxburgh takes this goal kick. It's aimed towards Mangum here, who's going to fight with Roven for it. It's actually Robinson who heads it away, and it's going to bounce a bit in the midfield, but Newsham gets onto it first, but it's well tackled by Goodwin. It's back to Lemon now, who's trying to find it on the right wing, but well cut out by Coleman. Goodwin gets onto it first, though, and then O'Connor heads it away before it's cleared away by Sheffield. Cooksey, though, well, his clearance is blocked, and there's actually a tackle that's gone in. Cooksey there, and he's earned the foul there. Rory Coleman, not very happy about it by the language he is speaking in front of us here in the commentary position, which, as I say, is a raised piece of concrete behind the pub. Cooksey is back to his feet now after that challenge. Roxburgh's going to come up and take this free kick. A lot of Stocksbridge players are pushed forward. They are looking keen to finish this season with a win. It would be, obviously, as much as some of the recent results haven't been the best for Stocksbridge, to win the season win is always a big confidence boost and something you could carry on into next season. And headed back out there by Sheffield FC for another throw in here on the right-hand side. Right. And Jordan Lemon looks like he's going to be one to go over to take this one. It really could go either way this game. Both teams have had the chances. Says Sheffield FC will probably be cursing if they can't get the winner, but Lemon is going to put it in. Headed back out by Sheffield FC. Kanga gets the second header out. Turner gets the next header. That's Curtis Turner who puts it to Lemon, who's hooked it forward. O'Connor's going to chase it with Roven covering, and it's just going to bounce out of play for a goal kick. Goodwin was also racing in there to try and cause whatever problems he could cause. Bridlington Town are now 3-1 up on Pickering. Pickering would be definitely in the bottom 3, I believe. Well, actually, technically could escape on goal difference, but I think with the results it wouldn't be. Football web pages is classing them as relegated anyway. Anyway, as Kayanga here is allowing the ball to bounce before trying to control it. He's controlled it well, actually, even with Goodwin's pressure on. He gets it out to Coleman, who passes it back here to Whelan, who's going to try and fire the ball into the box. It's gone to Kayanga. It's bounced well for him. Tries to get it into the box. It's bounced back to Kayanga, though. So it was initially blocked by Lemon. Lemon was out. It's Goodwin harassing him. Now the ball's in the box. Cooksey puts a key block in. And it's now the side netting as Greenhouse moved in without the Stocksbridge defence realising. Greenhouse smashing it into the side netting. That's Sheffield's biggest chance of this second half. A bit of a let off there for the Steels there as they fell asleep for that second ball after the first one was blocked. And Greenhouse was the first onto it, but he could only hit it into the side netting here. Anyway, it's back with Roxburgh now to take this goal kick. We must only have like 10 minutes left in this game. Roxburgh's clear out, aimed towards the centre here, headed back by Sheffield FC. It's going to bounce out of play here. You just get this feeling this is one of those games where there is going to be some late drama at one of the ends, and we're just not sure which yet. There's that throw-in, he's headed back by Sheffield. Turner tries to head it back in play, it's only gone higher up, and Tinker's kept it in actually, and now it's with Guest here, puts it inside to Turner. Turner's going to carry it forward here. Turner tries to find Mangum on the left side. He does. He's got Nodder in the centre, but there's quite a few defenders in between Mangum and Nodder. Mangum's going to run inside. He's cut inside. He's going to take the shot. It's blocked. Nodder's going to try and get onto the block shot, but it's cleared away by Sheffield FC. Ball's bouncing here. Stocksbridge struggling to deal with this bounce ball. It's a bit like being on AstroTurf here, as Cooksy's got it onto it first. Maybe the former Sheffield player a bit more able to deal with it, and eventually it was put back and Tinker's cleared out, but it's gone all the way back to Musselwhite here. If you are listening, do put your predictions for the last 10 minutes into our comments box. I'll try and read you out as we get this very dramatic end to the game that is surely incoming, because it just feels like it. As Guest heads it on here. It hits Mangum's back, and it's actually going to be a stoppage for an injury here I'm trying to see which. It looks like it's James Baxendale here, Sheffield FC, who's down with the injury here, so we're going to have just a stoppage in play for that. Obviously, just to let you know, if you want to check about Stockbridge's position, Stocksbridge would be 10th, still 10th with a 1-1 draw. And with Yorkshire Amateur winning 2-0 in their game against Shildon, it would give Yorkshire Amateur would be the only team who could realistically overtake, because Pontefract also could with their 3-1 win over. Well, I think Frickley have got one back actually. They're 3-1 there now, but it would need a bit of a goal difference for Pontefract to do that. And Pontefract are against Sheffield FC next Saturday in a crucial decider. And Sheffield FC will, as results stand, to get out that relegation playoff. If it does end up being a relegation playoff, obviously the league may do reprieves and things depending on what else happens with forced relegations and stuff. Anyway, it's actually Ben Turner who's going to go off here, and he's going to return to the pitch looking like it. So, and just two Sheffield fans who've come past losing more beer than they've probably bought. Anyway, take the ball. Sheffield did kick that ball out forward after it was bounced back to him, and it's gone out for a throw into the Steels. As we close, not far from the end of the game now. We're in the 85th minute. 1-1 between Stocksbridge and Sheffield FC as Turner looks to escape his markers. He's passed it back to Lemon here. Turner's wanting it right back again, and he's going to try and find Mangum actually on the overlap fire. Mangum may keep this in as well. It looks like a good bounce out. He just can't. Just a bit too heavy for him, and Mangum kicks the advertising audience in frustration at that one. As Musselwhite is running very quickly to try and get this game back going again as they look to take the lead here. Results are, apart from obviously going generally in Sheffield's favour, could have been better, of course, but they would rather have the draw between Pickering and Bridlington, but not the worst. As Tinker clicks it forward, and O'Connor gets the second kick forward, but that's out for a Sheffield FC throw-in. Turner's going to have this one. He's actually going to let Greenhouse take it. So it's going to be a big, long throwing from Greenhouse to try and get it as further up the field as possible. Ruven heads it on. Fielding gets a second header forward and then hooks forward by O'Connor. And then Guest is going to head it down for Goodwin. Goodwin's going to try and get it from Mangum to chase. Musselwhite's going to be the first onto it, and he heads it out to play. He is one of those mad goalkeepers, definitely, Musselwhite. He is just seeing him. I've never seen a keeper after his box so much, heading things away as if he's the centre-back. Anyway, Lemon's got the chance for the long throw in here. Again, it's not been very effective as of yet, but it only takes one. We'll see Jordan Lemon try to get this one in. Does big long balls going forward. And it's headed away back away by Ruven here. It's gone all the way back to Lemon now. And actually going to like to go out for another throw in here. So, and that long throw is just claimed by Musselwhite here. So Stocksbridge will need to get back into position quickly. Musselwhite's finally up, and he takes the big boot out. Kids, he's got to grips with the kids at wind him up behind him. He's gone, and it's a good kick. He's gone right to Kangaroo. He's trying to hold off Lemon here. He does. He passes it back to Baxendale here. Lemon's trying to stop him going further, but he doesn't. Oh, and big boot comes off Goodwin, and there's a ball going very dangerously close to me and causing the absolute fear of God. It's a throw into Sheffield FC here, though, so it's a good position for Sheffield FC as well to try and continue playing that attacking phase. Jake's a long throw. He's trying to get into the box here. It's headed away by Cooksey. Only gone back to Sheffield FC here. He'll get it onto the left-hand side again. And Coleman's going to try and get it box. Big looping ball here. It's going to go to the edge of the box, headed away by Tinker. Turner's put it right back in there, and it's actually going to be just claimed by Roxburgh here. Roxburgh's going to take his time here as we close in on the end of the game here. We are 88 minutes gone in this one, very close to the full-time whistle. As it's come off Coleman here, that final touch here, and the throw-in has actually gone Sheffield FC's way. I thought as Coleman takes a long throw here down the way to Sheffield FC, to Newsham here, who's trying to keep it in here, and he's earned a throw-in here. Very close, going to be a big attacking one. As you can tell, Sam Greenhouse is going to come over here, and he's going to do what he's been doing all day, get that ball right deep into the box. And he does, headed away by Cooksey. Got two Sheffield FC man who's first, who's gone onto the left-hand side again. And the cross has gone in, it's far across, and Tinker's going to head that one away. It looks like it's going to be Mango who gets onto it. Actually, Sheffield do get it, pass back to Whelan, who's in a centre-back position at the moment. Put it right deep forward here, and an offside flag has gone up there and stopped Sheffield FC's attack there. So Stockton are beating Mask at the moment, 2-1. So Liversedge with their 1-1 draw would become champions as results stand. And Pickering would be relegated as results stand. Roxburgh here will clear the ball out towards the forwards, and Mangum heads it on, and it's headed backwards there by the Sheffield defence to Musselwhite. So easily claimed, and that attack is stopped before it even really got started. Anyway, cleared it out by Musselwhite. Musselwhite gets very close to the edge of his area with those. Cooksey heads it back forwards, and it's going to be, well, it's actually Goodwin who flicks on. I thought he was going to go to Guest here, but Goodwin flicks it on, and Sheffield get it away to Guest, who heads it back to Coleman now. So Sheffield FC will build again. Kanga gets the tackle in from Lemon, and the free kick is there. So an opportunity for Sheffield FC to get men forward, get people in the box. I've been telling you for the last 10 minutes, I feel like there's late drama in this one. And we know that Baxendale is very good at delivering a set piece. And Lemon's getting a booking as well, I think, for talking to the ref more for than the actual foul. And if he's not careful, he might get a second booking if he's... John Lemon actually surprisingly few bookings this season compared to normal. And Baxendale has a chance to get the ball into the box here. Bax will take it, big loop of ball, it's aimed towards the far end of the penalty box. It's bounced the first time, Kanga's going to try and get into it, but it's a key touch from O'Connor, keeps it away. Ruven gets the volley off, but it's over the bar. Ruven almost coming back to haunt his former club there, but I think it was comfortably going over the bar. Yeah, would have been a very impressive goal though, had it gone in. We are waiting just to see. Football page has stated we are in the 90th minute there. Has the attendance here been given as 927? I'm not sure. Goodwin heads it on to Mangum, who tries to get the touch over the top of McGee, and Mangum's going to chase it. McGee's going to earn the foul though. Mangum doing his best not to push into the back of him, but McGee slowed up very well to make sure he earned the foul. That is what you get from a 40-year-old veteran in defence, that. Very, very clever play from McGee. And they get the free kick now. So I think we're in the 90th minute now. We haven't seen any added time. We must be very, very close to the end now. As Musselwhite clears that one up. It does seem to slip every time he kicks it. It must be the pitch here. As Fielding gets the first touch onto it and gets it to Nodder, who's coming deep, now he's cleared it away. You see Turner trying to chase, but he's going to go out of play here. Despite the slightly awkward bounce, Sheffield FC will get the throw in and continue their attack. They're just inside the Stocksbridge half on that right-hand side, closest to the benches here. Big long throw from Greenhouse. He's very impressive, but Tinker heads it away. Sheffield FC put the ball right back into the box. It's bounced on the head of Lemon there, and Kayanga misses the ball, and otherwise it would have been 2-1 Sheffield. Kayanga here tries to pass it back here, and it's Turner who clears away, and well, what an opportunity missed by Kayanga there. When Lemon missed his ender, but Kayanga missed his kick. And Roxburgh there went for the ball, and he was headed in the base stomach. No foul given, but Stocksbridge have got it away. And now there could be a counter here. Turner gets to Guest, but Guest just can't get in his feet, and Whelan's not away. And then Tinker's got in with a tackle there, and it's a free kick to Sheffield FC. Just outside the centre circle here. Well, hearts in mouths there as it went over Jordan Lemon's head. It was right. The ball was there for Kayanga just to stab it in to really set this stadium alive with a late winner. He just couldn't get it in his feet though, and he couldn't finish. It's still 1-1 here at the home of Football Stadium. But it could be 2-1 here as Baxdale puts that ball into the box, headed away by Fielding. Guest tries to head away, but Kanga gets it forward. Kanga tries to stick a touch onto it, but it's Lemon actually hooks it away, so redeems himself on that one. Gone back here with Baxendale. Not a try to down, but he gets the ball off anyway. Headed on forward by Sheffield. O'Connor gets a second touch, and Tinker's clearance is a bit botched there, but Fielding's, well, no, it's gone sideways more than forwards here. It's going to be, look like, well, actually, it's bounced in play, and Sheffield forced to head it back to Turner. It's gone into the box here, headed away by Goodwin. It's gone here, back to McGee. It's a good shot, but it's right at Roxburgh. It teed up perfectly there. It's not McGee, it was Jamie Robinson there. Teed up perfectly for him. It was a well-hit volley, but it was right at Roxburgh. And he claims it well. Sheffield FC are the ones pushing for this late winner. Hi Stuart, I have no idea how the relegation playoff works. I don't even know if the Northern Premier League knows how it works. And that is full time. That is the end of Stocksbridge Park Steel's season. A 1-1 draw with Sheffield FC. Josh Nodder got the opening goal for the Steels there, but a second half penalty from North Newsham level it up means Sheffield get a point. They'd rather have the free, Sheffield, of course, in their battle. They will be barring dramatic results in the relegation playoff zone going into the last game of the season. So they'll also feel like at the end they could have nicked it. For Stocksbridge, the away form's not been great this season. They could have capped it off with an away win at the end. They didn't today. A 1-1 draw is what they get, a point here at their closest rivals. Obviously, it's been a hell of a season for Stocksbridge. A managerial change. We've had maybe with some better form in November and in April, we could have seen us pushing the playoffs. Not to be this season. We're going to see what happens in the summer. Ian Richards' first summer in charge. It's been a fantastic season for me. It's my first full season as the media manager here at Stocksbridge Park Steels. I can't wait to see you in the summer when we have our pre-season friendlies. Look forward to seeing you then, and we will look forward to seeing you all back at the Eco Power come next season and on these away days. Thank you very much. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator for today. It's been 1-1 here at the home of Football Stadium. We'll see you soon.